it's time to move these guys, and I bet this is going to take a while because I'm going to have to carry them, probably 2 at a time, but they are looking good, and they don't know it yet, but they're going to a new home. Okay, here are the rest of them. I already brought 4 out. I don't know where they went. I'll look for them in just a second. But here's the rest of them. Go on, guys. We'll see how they do. These hens that are in here from the laying house are pretty mild mannered. I know they'll have some pecking order to figure out, but they're not aggressive birds. But y'all are loud birds. Hi, buddy. Let's go on the other side and see if I can see the others. Are you getting fat? Sky? Come on, Tucker. Tucker's not wanting me to mess with anybody but him. Oh, here they are over here. And she got off that nest the other day, so I need to get those eggs and take them to the pigs. I hadn't done it yet because it has been raining. This is the first day it hasn't rained in a lot of days, so I will get those. Uh-oh. But they're not chasing them, so that's good. I'll get those eggs over to the pigs. They'll like that. Be extra protein for them. Make them bigger, fatter. I'm gonna have to give Tucker some more food just to get him to leave me alone. So I think they'll do all right over here. I needed them out because that space was like, that's too many birds. There's, I think 16 birds there. That was just too many for that little bitty space. It was fine at first, but they're growing, and so I need to get them out. Plus the ones that are in the house need to come outside. They have been in the garage for a few days now, so they're acclimated to the cooler temperatures. I don't know if I'm gonna put them out tonight or not, because it is supposed to get down to like 36 tonight. I don't know if they're quite ready for that. I am going to see if I can move that pen over. I don't know if I can do it by myself. If I can, I might put some hay or straw in there and go ahead and put them out. But where they are now, like I said, it's been raining, so that's in there is wet, and that would be too cool for them. But if I can get it on a dry spot, I might be able to go ahead and put them out here. I wanted to point out this that he's drinking out of. I did not fill that with water. That was empty. I had emptied that. That's the rainwater. I just left it empty because they weren't drinking as much right now, and I wanted to really clean it out, thinking about getting another one, but I left it out here and didn't do anything with it. Well, the rain did something with it, so he's drinking out of it, which I guess is okay. All right, so I've moved it from here to over here, which I guess is good enough, but it doesn't sit as level over here as it did where it was. So I'm not sure what to do other than put maybe a brick here and there to kind of block them from getting out. They're not going to be there as long as the other birds were, I wouldn't think, but I do need to get them out of the house because chickens stink. And right now these chickens are in the garage. They get so big and they go out in the garage without the heat lamp and kind of get adjusted to the weather. So they're not, they shouldn't. The reason I want them in here is because that blocks all the wind out. It's a smaller area. They can huddle together if it does get windy, if it does get cold. And out there they don't have that. Well, they have it, they just they'd have to think of it. They'd have to, whereas here there's not a whole lot of places to go except in the shelter. And so it is starting to warm up in the mornings, so they shouldn't be here very long. But I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go look at them. I'm gonna see how many feathers they have on them, see what they look like, and then make a decision for sure. I decided to go ahead and put them in here. I don't know if it's the right decision or not, but what I do know is that there are too many of those for that little thing. And I cleaned that out yesterday, and I went to look at them and saw how messy. Titus, hey, I'm filming. Let me go over here to finish at least this sentence. So I went to look at them and saw how messy the container was. Hey, Maggie. I'll be back. This isn't gonna work. All right, I got just a second. I called them over that direction, so they think that I'm over there. Anyway, I got in here to see what the birds looked like, see how feathered up they were, saw how messy this was, and just decided, whoa, that I can't stand up. And decided just to put them over here. I don't know if it's the right decision or not. I did put some hay and some straw back there. I didn't have very much straw, or I would have put more straw. But they've got hay, straw, they've got food. It is supposed to get down mid-30s tonight, I think. They've got a lot of feathers on them, but it's got to be healthier here than it is in here, for sure, because that's pretty messy. I've forgotten how many. I don't know, about 16, 15. Let me count. Hang on. Okay, I can't count. Maybe 14. They won't be still. I can't count. But there's too many birds for that. So I didn't expect them to stay in that very long at all. And that's why I put them in there. And I didn't expect them to come outside when it was going to get down kind of cool. But I can't predict the weather. And hatching one batch right after another and don't really have the setup to hatch this many. And the reason I'm hatching this many is to try to get some more hens to get some more eggs, because the eggs are ridiculous in price, and they've culled a lot of the egg-laying birds, and I don't know what's going to happen. So in preparation for the bird disease, I'm taking some chances. Look who found their way back around. They know that I tricked them now, so my time is up. So I'll be back with you guys here in a little while. All right, I went to town to eat dinner with Mom and came back, and these chicks were over in the backyard with Maggie and Chester. And Maggie and Chester, looks like, got a hold of 2 of them. Trying to find them. They are running from me. They're all right here right now. I've got this net here, but every time I go on the other side, they come through this fence and come this way. If they would stay right there overnight, they should be fine, because the dog is there. But really what they need to be back there with the goats, and with the dog, with this dog, not with those other dogs over there, because yeah, they got 2 of them at least. Now I'm on this side of the fence, and as I come up to them, they start going over the fence, which is getting dark. It's not real dark yet, but it's almost 8 o'clock, and I don't know, maybe leaving them here might be the best bet, because Tucker is right there. Try to catch something. No, see? Oh, I got 3 of them. I caught those 3, and I caught another one before I got those, so there's 4 in here. Hope they don't pick on the little ones. I got Maggie and Chester over in that kennel. They were all up here, half on this side of the fence and half on the other side of the fence, and they couldn't fit through the links of the fence, but they came over here and came through this gate and could fit through the hole in the gate. But like I said, Maggie and Chester got at least 2 of them. I saw 2 places where they'd gotten 2 of them. Oh, they're closer to Tucker now, but I don't know if they can get back in with that wire there. I'm gonna try to catch some more. I got 4 more. I caught those 4, and when I did, I scattered them, and 2 of them actually ran back into the pen with the goats and with Tucker, and then the other, I think there are 3, took off out here in the field. So I'm gonna go see if I can find them and catch them. So I'm back up here, and there they are. They're all together again. I think there's 5 of them. All right, I just caught the last 4. I think I got them all. Well, I mean, I got to get them up there, but I think this is all of them minus 2. I haven't had time to do the math, count them to make sure, but I think they're all accounted for. You gonna go? She might need a little help. Nope. Well, at least there's more bodies so that they can stay warm. The younger one can stay warm. The ones I brought out today, I'm not gonna worry about them. These little guys, I'm pretty sure I got them all, except the two that the dogs got a hold of. Man, I feel bad about this. I had no idea they'd do that. I mean, I knew the dogs would, but I had no idea that the birds would get out of that large area and then on top of that, get in the area where the dogs are. So, it's bad. So I'm over here on the other side of the fence and you can see, well, if it'll focus. Yeah, see those feathers there? And then feathers over here. So it looks like there was just two, unless that's, you know, more than one in that pile. But I don't think so. I think I caught about enough of them to have them all accounted for. The only other concern I might have is somebody getting smashed in that pile of chickens. This young one come flying to me. This is one of the ones I put in today. Are you hungry? Do you want to eat some more food? Anyway, I think they're all piling up. It's not cold enough yet. I think it's because of what took place, me chasing them and everything. But I'm gonna put some food over here so that some of them will come eat and kind of get out of that dog pile of chicks, and see if we can't, I don't know. Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. I'm afraid somebody's gonna get smashed. So that seemed to work. Some of them are still in there, putting themselves to bed, I guess, and the rest of them, I'm gonna open this. The rest of them have decided to come eat. Here comes some more. I guess the one by one come out. It is the next day. The little birds made it just fine in here. The little bitty ones that I just took out of the garage last night. But I have bad news. I think that I lost more than two. I think I lost at least three, maybe four, but I think it's three. It's hard to tell because, well, they won't be still. The only way I'm going to be able to tell is if I go in and separate the two of them, like pulling them out, counting them as I'm pulling them out. But I think I lost three yesterday. And that is just, man, that's just an unfortunate situation. I had no idea that they would get out of that pen back there and come over to this one right here. And let me show you, they didn't go through the fence. They went through the gate. They wouldn't even fit through the fence. So like they were planning death by dog or something. So only half of them were in this pen. And they couldn't fit through this. And I know this because when I came in and tried to get them out, they wouldn't fit. They tried to get out. So the way they hang on. All right, I put Titus up. When I went through to chase them out, because I thought they were going through here, but they couldn't fit. They came out through here, these spaces on the gate here, and I actually had to open the gate and chase some of them out that way because they couldn't figure out how to get through there. So for them to get out from over there, no big deal. These guys right here are out. These are the hens that are supposed to be in over there. But for them to get out over there and come over here and come up under this gate, that was something. And for all of them to do it. So it was just like very, very unfortunate situation. And I don't know really what to do. Maybe wait a little bit longer. But I can't wait much longer because there's not enough room over there. But you can see here, there are a lot of places, even though I have this up, there are a lot of places for them to get out. Obviously the hens are out, but I didn't think that they would, much less get over here. Good grief. But as you can see, I can't leave them in here very long because there are just a lot of birds in here for this little area. I think this is a 4x6. 4 width and 6 foot in depth. So, but that's a lot of birds. So they can't stay here long. And the reason that the second batch of chickens was in the red brooder, even though it was small for them, is because you remember those Jubilee Orpington eggs I had in the incubator? Well, 2 days ago they started hatching. And I ended up with 5 of them. I say Amy and I did. We started out with 21 in that incubator, took 9 out because they didn't start growing. They weren't fertilized. And then out of the 12 that were left, only 5 hatched. I said that, but I really haven't checked yet today. Let's go find out. Okay, yeah, nobody else hatched. I was waiting to see, there's one right there, and I don't know if you can see it through the reflection, but there was one that did start pipping, and I guess never did get out of there. So, yep, that is 5 out of 12. So they're really cute, just not very many of them, especially when you're splitting it between 2 people. But anyway, that is all that I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, hit that thumbs up, and definitely leave me a comment down below. We'll see you on the next video.